Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Hello, good people. How you doing? All right. Now, what's going on in North Carolina? How do you say that? Asheville, North Carolina is horrible. Horrible. Last week, was it last week? Week and a half ago? That house floating down the road. Okay, I'm like, oh my God. It's amazing what the news does not show you or what they choose to show you. Now, okay, we know that Hurricane Milton's on his way to Florida, right? And last night, I happened to be looking on Facebook, and I was so sad to see all the missing people still in that town. From my understanding, it's probably more. 280 people have been found dead. How sad is that? And the money, the aid, like from FEMA, Skamala, she gave Lebanon $157 million. They're saying there isn't enough money to give to the hurricane victims. That is sick. It made me very, very sad. Okay, I'm just a big baby, but hi, headline bitch. I've been crying on and off about this, okay, because I care about people. And okay, I have people coming to my TikTok from there. I can't believe the things that they're saying. Their family members are still missing. Their neighbors are still missing. And it made me feel even sadder. And I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? I suppose bring more awareness. I found they have a YouTube or a Facebook, I'm sorry, Asheville Lost and the Missing. And I was looking through some of those. I'm like, no, 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 no. I mean, there's so many missing. There's so many missing. And I'm glad I found their Facebook page. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel, because all I'm seeing people do, Diddy this, the Mendez brother. Come on, look what's going on here. Some horrible things are going on, and you're focusing on Diddy and Mendez brothers. Come on now, come on. Okay, this is just my humble opinion. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go to. So I guess my way of giving back, because I don't know what to do because I'm nowhere near there, is just to talk about these missing people and to talk about what Skamala has done. Nobody's helping these people. You know who's helping these people? Sorry, my bad. You know who's helping these people? Private citizens. They're doing all the work. FEMA, you know what FEMA's busy doing? Taking care of people at the border. Yeah, taking care of the migrants. That's what they're doing. If that don't bother you, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say, man. And then the FEMA lady, okay, she said her feelings were hurt at some of the comments. Her feelings? Her feelings? I think she should get a new job. Heartless, heartless, heartless. And also TikTok and Facebook, and not X though, they are taking down posts that people from that town, okay, and Florida right now, telling them what actually is going on, and they're taking them down. They're taking people's posts down. What is going on? Anybody? Okay. Okay, this is, let me share this page. And we're going to look at some videos too that the people that live there are putting up, so you actually see what's really going on. Yeah, I don't trust mainstream media anyways, okay? They just say what they, whatever. It's disgusting. All right, so I'm going to do this. Hold on. Okay, you guys. All right. Hold on a minute. Hold on. This is so sad. I wonder if I should make the screen bigger here. Hold on for you guys to see. This is a never-ending list, you guys. All right. Okay. Says, my friend Jillian Tolliver is still missing. If you have any info, please let us know. And that's Stephanie Mullins. This stuff makes me sad. They're turning off comments. Guess who's probably turning off comments? Facebook. See? What's going on? They're turning off comments, you guys. They're turning off comments. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is really sad here. Has anybody found or heard from Christopher Allison from Old Fort, North Carolina? I found his backpack tangled in the trees across the water on Mill Creek Road. Wanted to cross it contained gauze, medical gloves, thick string, a book of poems, and his name clearly printed, oh my God, on the front, and the kids drawing on the back page. Well, even the things ziplocked were waterlogged. The book of poems, with all its writing, still completely eligible. Okay. Was his name in the back of his children's drawings, encased in a huge mud ball that formed into a pack. Not 5 minutes after finding this, I found a couple out searching for this family. I snapped a quick picture before I handed over to them, since they knew him personally. He's still not had contact. They said he probably wasn't home because he would be out helping people. But it's been over a week. No one's been in contact with him. Look at this, you guys. Right. Look at, they're turning off comments. I'm totally blown away. All right. Has anyone seen this woman? She is my mom. I haven't had contact with her. Okay. Well, this is important in a few months. So this is important too. Last I knew, she was staying in Biltmore in a tent. Her name is Jessica Moshburn. She has blonde hair, pink butterfly outline, black tattoo. Does it show it? Okay. On her chest, I'm hoping she went to a shelter, but me and my family are worried about her. Another update. I've had a few people say she's been seen around downtown Asheville. Oh no. Haven't seen her with my own eyes yet, but 100% sure these people are seeing the right person. So at least we know she's okay. That was 3 days ago. I'm looking for my son, Randy. Paskey? Paxay? Hi, Karen. Karen, this is so sad. I mean, I have felt so much pain for these people, okay, and this happened, but even more pain since last night, knowing what's really going on out there and all the missing people. Okay, and Facebook, by the way, and TikTok, they are deleting posts and comments. Yeah. The last time they spoke to Randy was September 19th. He was at a sober house in Asheville. Not sure where. I messaged him a few times, but no answer. So there's Randy. That's right, you're in North Carolina. Oh my God, are you okay? I forgot about that. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. I can't imagine what your state's going through. Okay, there's Randy. Look at, okay, I know I've said it over and over like 10 times. They turned off the comments. Facebook is, okay. What's this? Okay, so people are trapped in the mountains. Okay, I'm going to save this and put this on TikTok. Hopefully they won't take it down. All right. Okay, if you need groceries, please DM me. Who is she? Um, she says she's got a TikTok. I wonder if it's under her name. Okay, let's see, what's this one? Oh gosh. Okay, this is Zoe Davis. She resides in the Teens Land area of Asheville. If you have any info, please contact. Here, I'm gonna save this stuff. Um, Anyone know how Scotland? What is that? CTF of Mark Carmel Road. I have an elderly aunt there I can't reach. Wishing everyone a safe and speedy restoration. What's this? Um, all right. Oh, that's a Cajun Navy. Okay. Oh boy, who's this? Oh no. Okay. Thank you for the prayers and the thoughts, but we have received news that Lynn did not make it through this event. Paco has still not been found. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. So we're still looking for the dog, but that's Lynn. Okay, this is a missing poodle somebody found. Picture that dog is terrified. Hi, AP. All right. Who's this? Okay, this is Jeremy Troy. He's missing. Okay, this is Brittany Cody. She hasn't been heard from since September 24th. Right. Who's this? Okay, they're safe. We've been unable to reach a friend who lives off of I-26 north of downtown near the Lookout Drive. Okay, this person is looking for their birth mother, Julia Antone, maybe Crashman. She hadn't been in contact for several years. And also Jeff. Their last known location was Reddick Road near Asheville. Oh, good. He's been found safe. Okay, Melissa and Jeff Green. They're missing from Blue Ridge Vista. Okay, who's this boy that's missing? Let's see. Miriam Lindsay and goes by May. She hasn't been heard of since the day of the storm. Is it really? Yeah, I've seen that. I'm really sad because nobody's talking about this. It's been bothering me since last night. And then Facebook is shutting off comments and taking down posts. Oh, that's sweet. Where are the homeless being sent after this storm? Looking for someone, but we don't know their whereabouts. Okay, people, I have a problem. I'm okay. I got the most eastern edge. Okay, good. You got some swirling trees, but the wind never got high. We got a ton of rain. What's this? Okay, I'll check that out. This is what's frustrating for me, and I've been saying this for years, at least 3 years, 4 years. Okay, I DM you my last post. Oh, okay. Let me go on my YouTube. Okay, I get really frustrated because why is our government not taking care of our vets, okay, and our homeless people, okay? It frustrates me, people, because you get these people coming into our country, okay? It's cool people coming to our country, but do it the right way, right? But the Biden administration, just come on in, everybody, come on in. Come on in. Listen to me in my big mouth. Here we go. Oh no, look at these people. Oh, this makes me sad. I want you guys to go to Karen's X because she is very good at X. I'm not, but she does a lot of postings helping people. Okay, this is Russell and Charlene and too many. Oh Lord. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Oh, is this the same one? Or it's not repeating. Is it repeating? Okay. Oh, so sad. Just not sadly accounted for they're using. Are they? Oh boy. Hi, Jimmy. Okay. It was nice seeing you. You take care. I hope you feel better. You have. Oh boy. Is it? Okay, good, good, good. Oh, okay, let's go back here. All right, where are we now? Okay, oh, what's going on here? You can get certified basic training for disaster response for free through FEMA. Oh, how about that? How about that? Oh, good. These ones were found safe. There we go. I'm putting this on TikTok. Beautiful dog. Okay, this is missing Jali Walker. Lee Walker, they call him. Okay, I'm gonna go look at the comments here. I attach this couple because I have a lot of fond memories of camping. Okay. Oh my gosh, so no matter what, you're still getting it too. I heard it's gonna be a category 5. I mean, come on now. This is crazy. Okay, okay, she's been found. That's good. Well, of course. Where's the link? Right here? Oh, look at this. Look at this site. Oh, here we go. Here we go, people. I'm going to be paying a big time attention to these links. It's to help all the people that was in the hurricane. I'm glad I seen that. Okay, who's this? Okay, they're looking for their parents, Noel Ramser and Robert. And they're missing from, their home was destroyed. Avery Wood Drive, just past the Dokley barbecue on the left. Okay. This is Sharon Glidewell. She's missing. This is Travis Lee Connor. He's missing. Omar Khan. He's missing. Somebody lost their snake. Oh, jeez. Okay, he's safe. He's safe. Okay, this is Sadie and McKinley, Coral. They're missing. Okay, these people are safe. Do you see how you can? It's just never ending, you guys. Okay, they're safe. Oh boy. He was found deceased. Stephen Cody Howell, missing. Oh good, she was found safe. Who's this? It sounds like a lot of people in the mountains are yeah. She was found safe. Good, good, good. Who's missing here? Okay, her best friend lives in Iowa and her husband's grandmother is missing. Belle and Robert Ott. Okay, somebody's found safe. Okay, he was found safe. Oh no. Found safe. Oh jeez. Hold on a minute. Okay, this is for the veterans. Okay, I gotta get my headphones on because I'm gonna show you guys something. All right. I mean, look at this stuff, you guys.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
How scary is that?
Dude, that's from the brewery. Maybe, well, yeah, where's the place? That's another window. Yell at the guy outside.
Hey, there's a building coming!
Yep. Oh, come on, baby. Miss us. It's going to hit the pool, though, right here.
Oh my God.
Holy. It just ripped it in half. Holy. Jesus, dude. That's let loose.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Asheville, North Carolina, but it was many feet high, destroying parts of this great city. And you see 18-wheelers on their side and structures completely decimated as the rushing water came in and tore apart this pocket of Asheville like a tornado would. Up to 3 feet of rain fell, unfortunately, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hurricane Helene ravaging this area and Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida. At this point, right now in Asheville and many parts of Western North Carolina, there is a lack of electricity. There is a lack of food and water. Cell phone service is still very damaged, and there are people that are still missing in the hills around Asheville, cut off from civilization. Aid groups, sure, yes, they are on the ground, but the problem is that the makeshift shelters set up here in Asheville are at capacity, and the county does not want any more people to come to those until they can figure out exactly what to do. National Guard is here as well as South Carolina and Georgia and Florida. There is FEMA trying to help, but from the people that we have spoken to, that aid and that help is not happening fast enough.
It's been an incredibly apocalyptic weekend for all of us here in Asheville, North Carolina. There is almost no gas. There is almost no cell service. There's limited power. There is limited food.
What was this like? Were you prepared for this kind of
No,
deluge?
I came from Florida after Hurricane Ian. I thought this is the area to be safe, and this is not safe.
Were you, so even though the forecast called for this much rain, were you expecting this impact?
No, not at all. Not at all. I had no clue.
And the death count continues to rise. At this point, I can't even put a number on it. It is well over 100 and hundreds of people missing. And you look behind me as I walk right behind here and see the size of these huge piles of debris with the water still sitting there. Many of the roads are compromised in this region as well. And that is what people are saying is the slowness for aid and help into this pocket. Though you can get into Asheville. The problem is getting into some of these small communities up in the hills, and that's why helicopters are playing a role at this point. This is well over a $100 billion disaster. Hurricane Helene, Category 4, that came in on the shores of the Gulf of Mexico and hit the Big Bend of Florida, and then wreaked absolute hell on earth for states like Georgia, South Carolina, here in North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and even parts of Kentucky. You could say that it's time to start picking up the pieces like this, but it's not, because it's still an active, fluid search and rescue scenario. And all of this is not going away anytime soon. We need to find all these people that are out of contact with civilization, and they need to get the people that have nothing right now help. That is the number one goal. In Asheville, North Carolina, Robert.
I look at some of these people's comments. Trump don't care about anyone but himself. Okay, he donated $25 million. What did Skamala do? Just saying. Oh my God. Oh, okay. We just watched that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. See, this stuff is really hard to watch. I can't imagine living it though. Oh my God.
The owners are just beginning to get a sense of the devastation from Helene. 12 Bone Smokehouse.
The barbecue joint is a favorite of former President Obama's. Among others, it had floodwaters reach the ceiling and the entire building now filled with mud.
The owners of that restaurant are joining us now, Brian and Angela King. Thank you both for being here. Whoa, seeing those images.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
It's heavy to see that. Angela, I know you were away when Helene hit and had trouble even getting back to see your business. When you first saw it, what did you think?
I mean, it's absolutely mind-blowing. The level of destruction is just cataclysmic. We went through the building yesterday, and there was mud and water damage in the attic. So, you just can't even describe it. The entire River Arts District is just absolutely decimated.
I mean, water and mud in the attic. Angela, I mean, how do you process something like that?
It was really hard to go through there yesterday. Even our neighbors across the way, Summit Coffee, their whole wall is ripped off. Tweed Winery
Doesn't even exist anymore, just the foundation.
We just want to say we are very lucky. We have our house. All of our staff is okay. We have one more location, which we're at right now.
We do have a second location, and we're trying to get that one up and running. Once we have potable water, we can try to help feed people. I mean, we're even though we lost our river location, we do feel incredibly lucky that we have this other one that we can try to rebuild from. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it must be just so overwhelming right now as you assess what needs to happen next. I know 12 Bones has been a real institution there in Asheville. You serve hundreds of customers every day. Even former President Obama has stopped in over the years and has praised the food and the people and his experience there. Talk to us about what 12 Bones has meant to you and the community.
Well, I mean, it means everything to us, and I feel like it's, next year is our 20th anniversary, and I feel like we're sort of a hub for the community, somewhere where all walks of life like to gather and just enjoy a good meal, and to have part of that taken away, it's just really hard, but. There are just so many people here that have lost everything, their home, car, their business, maybe even a loved one. I mean, just we'll be okay. It's going to take a long time to recover. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing is we just want, there are supplies starting to come in. There is money starting to come in, but it's going to be an incredibly long and arduous recovery effort. And we're going to need people's help for a long time.
Yeah. Angela, I just want to, if I could, just when one sees how many people have lost so much in such a large area of a place that you call home, how do you think rebuilding happens? And I'm not talking just about rebuilding the building. I'm just talking about rebuilding from nothing.
That's a good question. The cell phone and the internet has been very spotty. So like my sister still doesn't have power or electricity, water. So I'm not sure, like when you see the pictures around town in the area of Western North Carolina, it's like devastating. So that's what we said. We don't even know where to begin. I know like the first responders and everyone that's coming has been huge and dropping off supplies, but I don't even know.
One thing I will say is, Western North Carolina, we're a strong, hardy community here, resilient, and I see it. We've seen it already quite a bit. People banding together, just willing to help out, just any way that we can, offering. Whether it's food or water or gas or something, just everyone's really banding together and trying to help out. It's been wonderful to see.
Yeah, these most challenging times bring out the best of people so often. Real fast before I let you guys go, we know the president will be visiting North Carolina today. If you had a chance to speak to him right now, what would you tell him?
Well, I think that the most important thing is it's really going to be a long ongoing effort. And, there are a lot of supplies coming in now, but there are still areas that need supplies. But in addition to...
Oh, well, sorry, guys, we just lost...
They will not have a job for this foreseeable future.
Yeah, guys, we lost a little bit of communication with you. I thank you so much for being with us, and we all look forward to a meal at 12 Bones Smokehouse.
I want to see people that live here. I want to hear what they got to say.
Breaking update coming out of Asheville, North Carolina. Megan Dyer, along with her son and her parents, were stuck on top of their roof as they watched the rapid waters wreak havoc inches below them. Megan was able to snap a picture and get a hold of her sister, Jessica. Jessica took to social media begging for help. I'm asking anyone that prays to the God above for prayers, not just for my family, but for all those affected by the hurricane. My family is currently on the roof of their house in Asheville, North Carolina, with nothing but the clothes on their back and one working phone. My parents, in their 70s, my sister and 6-year-old nephew have lost everything. They are watching 18-wheelers and cars floating by. In addition, part of the house they're sitting on is in front of them. They've called 911, but they aren't the only ones needing rescue. This is definitely a moment when faith is all you have. Everyone was clinging to hope while waiting for an update. Unfortunately, when Jessica finally updated her post, it wasn't the update we had all prayed for. My parents and nephew drowned because the roof collapsed.
Oh,
My
no.
sister got wedged between something. She was rescued an hour later.
Oh, my.
I cannot convey in words the sorrow, heartbreak, and devastation my sisters and I are going through, nor imagine the pain before us. Please lift my sister who lost her son up in prayers, and my other sister and myself as we come together to somehow comfort her and get through each moment banded together. She is alone, without a means to communicate, and we don't know when we will get to her. What is happening right now in Asheville and many other towns in North Carolina is nothing short of heartbreaking. They've lost everything. So many are still missing, they're left with no communication and left with only hope until they hear from them again. Please send prayers to those who have lost everything and the ones who are still missing.
Peanut butter for that candy, that's what it is.
A devastating story.
Oh, God. Let's see if the mayor says.
Still a tragedy of biblical proportions, as we've heard.
I'm going to say we're still in a crisis mode. We really are. We have a lot of residents here who are without power, without water. They are running low on food. We need resources in our community, and we're ready. We've got an army of volunteers ready to distribute those resources. We started to see them come in today. So we're hopeful that'll really continue to build. But you're looking at these images, these incredible images, devastation beyond anything we've ever seen in this city, in this county. And so they're still in recovery mode. There are places that we cannot, that our rescuers cannot reach because the roads are washed out, the bridges are washed out. And on top of that, our communications are wiped out. Most people have spotty cell phone service at best, and in some of these areas that are hard to reach, they've got nothing, and they haven't had anything since the storm on Friday. So we're still in a crisis mode. This is a very, very serious situation.
Yeah, it's upsetting to hear that there are still people who are not getting help and can't be accessed. I'm just thinking like another night now where they're without power in the dark in their homes. What's the holdup? I mean, we see, they're tweeting out photos of helicopters that are arriving. I mean, what's taking so long?
Initially, the problem was all 4 major highways into Asheville were knocked out. And we only have 1 restored for regular folks to go in and out of Asheville. And the other 3 are still inaccessible for regular transport. I think one of them is being used for emergency vehicles to get in and out and for now resources to come in and out. So this is a situation where we got cut off from the world, and it took a minute to figure out that we were going to have to fly resources in, like you're seeing the images today, and what the best routes were to get in here with water and food and supplies. So You know, and I think, you know, we're a strong community. We're prepared for natural disasters and for major events, but this is on a scale never seen before. And, you know, it is a logistical challenge for our community, to say the least.
Yeah, it's just awful.
It's a little hard. I'm watching these
our-
pictures. You know, we're so cut off from communication, and I'm seeing some of the pictures you're showing. It's heartbreaking.
Let me just ask you real quick, Mayor, are you like frustrated at all with the federal government or even the state government? Because, you know, I was on TikTok this weekend, I was on Twitter. So many of the people that live in your city seem to be very, very upset with FEMA and with their state leaders, not with the local leaders, but with the state and federal leaders.
Listen, I want to tell you, Governor Cooper called me before this storm even hit and said, you know, we're ready to help you. He has been in constant communication with us, and he was here today on the ground. Was the first time he was able to get in here and see the damage himself. He's flown over and seen the damage from the air. And the president has called me personally. He has called my cell phone. I had a conversation with him this afternoon. He called me yesterday, and of course my phone didn't work, so I couldn't receive his call. But what we're hearing from them is they are ready and able to get help to us. It has been frustrating in terms of how long it takes to get something like this up and running when we're cut off from the world. I understand that. I think generally speaking, people have been patient to a point. I think now people are feeling afraid. They need resources. They need help. And there is, we definitely are at a point of desperation. And so that's critical.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not going to sit around and play the blame game at this point. I just need the most I can for my community, and I'm going to advocate for anyone and everyone to continue to help us. And the outpouring's been incredible, and I really want to.
Yeah, and listen, I think everybody wants to help, and the fact that you're just seeing these images for the first time because communications are so bad really says just how dire the situation is. Asheville, North Carolina Mayor Esther Manheimer, we appreciate you coming on. We wish you only the best. Thank you so much.
Jeez. Okay, here's the helicopter view.
Past 20 years, at least 166 fatalities across the Southeast. Later today, President Biden will be in North Carolina to meet with some storm survivors as they try repairing their communities and getting back up on their feet. At least 57 of those who died are from Buncombe County, North Carolina. That's where Asheville is. People in some parts of the state are trapped in their neighborhoods, no cell service, no electricity, let alone, think about food and water necessities. News Nation's Mills Hayes joining us live near Asheville this morning. Mills, good morning to you. The president will take an aerial tour today. You had the rare exclusive chance to hop in a helicopter on a mission to take supplies to those who need it most.
Hey, good morning. That's right. Well, when that storm came through, it made the river behind me rise so high that floodwater rushed over the highway over there onto this business, now completely unrecognizable. But this is a scene that we have seen really all across Western North Carolina, just widespread destruction. And we were able to get an aerial view of that destruction just yesterday. And that's the same view that President Biden will get later today.
Supplies needed throughout Western North Carolina.
Oh, this is the first shipments that we've been able to get here in the neighborhood.
And they're getting to cut off isolated areas by launching this helicopter from a local elementary school playground.
Black Mountain traffic air to air, helicopter 499 Delta Alpha, vicinity of Harley-Davidson, moving back eastbound. Ironically enough, I was just up here in the summertime coming through this area. It was very beautiful.
Pilot Sam Slate has been dropping off water, diapers, and food for people who are cut off because of mudslides that wiped out entire roads.
What are you doing?
Lisa Balneck says they know people who are still missing.
You go 5 minutes down the road and neighbors that you grew up with are gone. Their houses are gone. I don't know when life's going to get back to normal. But I'm thankful that we're okay and that our family's here together.
That's Swananona?
Yes, Swananona, yep. So it's pretty beat up pretty bad down there. We're on one frequency trying to talk to each other and stay out of each other's way. Yeah, it's kind of the wild, wild west out here.
Slate served in the military with a mutual friend of nonprofit United Cajun Navy, a group known for their response efforts following natural disasters.
Our teams reconvene here, and whenever we find a need, they're put out. People don't understand, this is not a normal flood. You're talking about a mass of water that moved sand, mud, and wiped whole homes out.
Multiple power lines are out, which makes it difficult to communicate. And take a look at that sinkhole right there, about 15 feet deep.
Oh
This
my
kind
God.
of destruction really all around this area. And the cell service is so bad in this area that in order to communicate, these helicopters are doing it through radio, and they're not landing in normal landing spots because of this widespread destruction. They are landing in places like schoolyards and even Harley-Davidson yards. Marky?
Yeah, the United Cajun Navy always steps in for the places and the people who need it most. Mills, thank you so much for bringing it to us in that vantage point. Really neat to see. And to help those impacted by Hurricane Helene, scan the QR code on your screen right now. It'll take you to newsnationnow.com, where you can find a list of
Do you know how scary this is? Let's see. I'm going to start on dates. Let's see what's going on today. Okay, let's see what this is about. They interviewed somebody from FEMA.
This is the first one you've seen, right?
In Asheville.
Hey guys, good. How are you?
What can I do for you?
Well, I'm Glenn, and this is Congressman.
Congressman Mills, how you doing?
We're
man?
just wondering what you guys are up to.
So they brought this in today, which gives us connectivity, complete connectivity, so we can do a lot more than we've been doing.
Okay.
Because all of our equipment works now. So they're registering. They're telling them over there. We're over here. I think tomorrow they're moving us over there somewhere more. So not exactly.
And what are you doing? What is it?
Actually registering people.
Okay, I spotted a lone FEMA truck. So this is one FEMA truck. That's it.
For FEMA systems.
Okay, so this is the check
Getting
thing.
them in the system.
Okay.
Not just to check things, housing, checking generators.
Okay.
So so long housing.
Yeah,
so
good.
much in it, you know?
Good.
But we're basically getting them in the system. And you guys got here today? We've been here for 2 days. We got here yesterday. Yesterday we didn't have any connectivity, so we took 2,800 people, as near as we could count, coming through the food distribution line and through the gas station and handed them all flyers. We didn't even have flyers to hand them. Our flyers weren't here, but they could take pictures of our flyer, which told them they could go online, they could make a phone call, they could use your app to go online, just to get them in the system. Also telling them they're going to be here eventually. There'll be a DRC located nearby at the Disaster Recovery Center, and then go there for help. But the app is great. The app, they can go on, they can upload documents through the app, so they don't need us. Can I ask you a question? And not just talking. One of the biggest problems, though, is that most people don't have the ability, one, to even get on their phones to verify what is going on. How does people even know that this location exists? So that would be the news media's job to tell everybody. But they don't have power. None of the news media. Well, I mean, I watch the news.
No, the people who need the FEMA assistance don't have power. So how do they watch TV?
You would be surprised. They sit in their cars to charge their phones and listen to the radio. They're very well. That's how they knew the distribution center was here. So they were told to come here to get those supplies, and they don't know we're here really until they get here and we tell them and they see us. And we're here.
But it is plausible, though, that those who won are either cut off from the location, because they're still rebuilding roads, obviously, at Table Rest, or doesn't have power, won't know about even where this truck exists, or if it doesn't exist.
Right, and there's no way actually. So we're DSA Disaster Survivor Systems, right? So what we actually do, we work items like these, and we actually go door to door. We go door to door and try to knock on every door in the county. And we go at the direction usually of the emergency manager, because the fire chiefs are going to tell us where people are.
Yeah.
Devastated. So we literally go door to door.
So when does that start?
That's way above my head. You're talking to Peon Eddie.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not talking. Do you want to talk to my crew? You want to talk to my crew lead? Here, let me get my crew lead for you. She might have some answers.
Again, it goes back to my point, which is that, okay, so I need to fill out a form. I need to scan a flyer.
Yeah.
How do I know this exists? Oh, the local media. Okay, well, they don't have power.
Yeah.
They might not have a vehicle.
Right.
So what about
I saw a lot of them washed away.
That's right.
Hi.
Ma'am, how are you?
This is Patricia.
Hi, Patricia. I'm Glenn. This is Congressman
Mills.
Hello.
How are you, ma'am?
Good.
So we're wondering, we just asked, when do you guys go door to door? He was telling that.
After we get the general stuff done, we got to hit the mass people first, wherever the mass people are. So the mass people are here. Let's get them into the system as quickly as possible. Once we get the masses done, then we start going door to door.
Okay. How do people know you're here?
We just got here.
Oh, you just got here?
We were here yesterday.
Yeah.
And today's our first day
Okay.
with this unit.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we're going to move the unit up by the car wash.
Oh. So
Yesterday we couldn't do anything besides give them the information because we didn't have any Wi-Fi.
Right.
I will say, and this is just someone we got lucky enough. Glenn actually spotted it before I did, but I think even having this vehicle more towards the front of the road where people even know that it exists, for visibility, with people coming by, might actually.
Yeah, we were in a van with 8 people. I was the only one that saw it. Yeah.
No, that's what we're going to do. That's
Good.
what we got to do. We just needed a temporary spot to turn around and get things up and running.
Yeah,
And the guy that's running this facility here, I spoke with the manager here. He said this would be a good spot. The guy that's running the parking lot, who's a different guy, I didn't know that. He said, so the car wash would be better. And I was like, boy, that's really smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Good.
that's where we're going to be set up tomorrow.
Good.
And we should be doing registrations. We'll be here between 9 and 10. We're all coming in from Charlotte. He'll be here a little bit earlier. And then we'll start tearing down about 5 o'clock so that we can get out of here.
Great.
Because we don't necessarily go door to door. It's not my cadre anyways. There's 23 different cadres.
Oh, I know. I understand how the bureaucratic levels of departments work.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. So
they don't always work clear together.
Yeah, we concentrate in getting people into the system so that we can get them financial assistance right
I
away.
love that.
And it's happening like that.
Good.
Are you guys recording me?
Yeah, he's filming. Yeah, over here. He's
Okay.
filming us.
So, one of the first things that are coming out is special needs assistance.
Right.
That's just a little bit of into the account. People are going to think automatically that that's all they're going to get. No, that's not the case. That's just the beginning. That is just the beginning, because then there's going to be another much, much larger drop, and then there's going to be other things. But we still have to go through and verify the damages that have been done.
Yeah, yeah.
And that you own the house and that you are the
so
renter.
that you can limit the amount of fraud, which we've
Yeah.
seen in other areas.
We got it.
Trust me.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank
We
you.
are all from different parts of the United States. I'm from Montana.
Are you really?
Florida.
I'm from Texas.
Oh, golly gee. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from?
I'm from Tennessee. I'm working on.
These are official
What
first
a
day.
bunch of bullcrap that was.
They got here yesterday. Official first day. They're tucked away almost tight.
No, she's where the masses are. She's where the masses are.
Well,
Yeah.
but again, though, it still hasn't answered the question, which is that
Adam was
you're
saying
in
if
an
I could
area.
guess he was up.
Yeah.
No,
you're
she was up. She's where the masses are. Can't you see the masses lined up? They're not even in the right side of the parking lot. You want to be where the masses are, you put up signs at least, or your stupid little table in front of where the food is.
Well, but
And
when?
she said,
Well, but then you question. You said when?
When?
He goes, well, that's above my head.
Yeah, and then, so let me talk to my manager. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
And then the manager said, no, we don't go door to door. I don't know when that happens. That's a different department. Oh my god.
You're kidding.
No,
That's exactly what we said.
no. It was that is
When Glenn went silent, I knew he was done with this.
oh, I
nonsense.
was done from the very
Yes,
beginning.
I could tell.
could see these guys.
But again, though,
They,
you wouldn't have even spotted them, Glenn.
I know. Good eye.
Who knows that they were back here? And again, my recommendation I thought was pretty common sense, which is, hey, for more
Move
visibility,
there.
maybe you put yourself on the main road.
Yeah.
You want to serve the quote unquote masses. Let's go ahead and get mass
Look,
visibility.
the food and the stuff is down there. Their truck, which just looks
Hiding
like a
back here.
community, it doesn't have a sign, hey, register for money, register for help. Just a communications truck.
Right.
And two people sitting at the table.
If you saw that, would you know that's your sign up for
No,
assistance?
I have no idea.
Wow, that's the sign up you gave us.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You found it.
No.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
No way.
That's
Put
what they're.
themselves in the quiet corner in the back.
That's right.
And
right.
and you ready? They said, we said, how do people know? Well, they're watching TV and they're listening to
It's
radio.
up to the
They don't
media.
have homes.
That's what
what
they
he
literally said.
It's
And
up
I
to
said,
the
so let me
media to
get this
tell
straight.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see the National Guard. Let's see what's up here.
As it takes. And with that, I'll turn it over to General Morrison.
Thank you, ma'am. Today, it's my honor to be the dual status commander, and my role is to ensure unity of effort between our National Guard forces, which the administrator said have been here since before the storm, and now our active duty military forces that have come in to our assistance and to achieve unity of effort. Today, the citizens of North Carolina have a joint task force that's made up of over 3,300 both active duty and National Guard military forces. That includes 918 vehicles and over 41 aircraft. Your North Carolina National Guard continues the efforts that they have had since well before the storm, places here like Asheville and all across Western North Carolina. That also includes National Guard from across the 54 states of the Union. Just yesterday, we received 2 more engineer task forces from both Michigan and Virginia to add to that critical need here to our relief efforts. I want to speak to a moment about the active Army integration that has been seamless. Early communication between senior leaders allowed us to make sure that these active duty forces were equipped properly for the mission at hand. Normally, active duty forces are deploying to fight and win our nation's wars. And so we organized for the mission. Task Force Castle, which came right out of Fort Liberty here in North Carolina, arrived in Marion, North Carolina, and with probably 3 or 4 hours of sleep was conducting missions. They are on their 3rd day of missions here in North Carolina doing route clearance and at the same time delivering those commodities that the administrator talked about to places that may not have had access to them before. But what they are finding is progress. They're finding that most places have most of the humanitarian assistance that they need, and in some cases, they just needed assistance with donation management. So you have soldiers, both National Guard and active duty alike, helping organize the massive amount of donations from generous people from all across this nation. And at the same time, providing relief as we continue to push humanitarian assistance relief. The 101st Soldiers from Fort Campbell, Kentucky, arrived with infantry squad vehicles. I will liken these to all-terrain vehicles, and they are immediately assisting our FEMA partners with wide area searches to continue to make sure that we have located all individuals and also where we might need to deliver more supplies. We also are having them team up with the North Carolina Department of Agriculture. Commissioner Troxler has provided us with locals who know the people and the terrain to allow us to get into areas that we might not have access so far to this point. Our partnership with the Department of Defense in this status is exactly why the dual status was invented after the response to Katrina so many years ago. It allows us to seamlessly integrate all components of the military, both National Guard and active, to achieve that unity of effort in our response to relieve the suffering of our fellow citizens here in Western North Carolina. And I'll be followed by the Commander of the United States Northern Command. Sir?
I'm General Greg Eel. I'd like to thank Governor Cooper, Administrator Criswell, and Brigadier General Morrison. I'd like to acknowledge the tremendous amount of tireless work and effort by thousands of people and hundreds of organizations that are bringing aid to the citizens of North Carolina. As the commander of U.S. NORTHCOM, we're honored to support the state, FEMA, and the dual status commander, Brigadier General Morrison, by providing active duty forces in a number of areas that can fall under his command and control, using the dual status commander role that comes from the President through the Secretary of Defense at the request of Governor Cooper, which allows him uniquely to command and control both state and federal forces at the same time. That will bring the citizens of North Carolina a unity of effort and response, where we can provide the types of capabilities that are needed that will fall side by side with the North Carolina National Guard troops under his able and forward-thinking leadership. As General Morrison mentioned, the first wave of response has been helicopters from Fort Liberty, engineering battalion from Fort Liberty, and then also the infantry battalions that are coming in from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. But I should point out that those and the 101st Airborne, that they are part of the 18th Airborne Corps, the elite unit based out of Fort Liberty, that is providing the majority of the 1,500-person Title 10 response. Additionally, we have some Navy helicopters that are working directly for Administrator Criswell and FEMA, and then we have some very capable search and rescue aircraft that are across the border in Tennessee at McGee Tyson Air National Guard Base that are flying 10-hour sorties a day throughout Western North Carolina, providing search and rescue and landing to provide basic medical care and wellness checks throughout the region. I'd like to close by saying it is a tremendous honor for us to support not only Brigadier General Morrison as the commander of these forces, but the state and FEMA in this most important and honorable mission for us, which is to help fellow citizens. Again, thank you very much.
We'll be here with North Carolinians as long as it.
Okay, that was 2 hours ago. Okay. All right. Oh, let's watch this here. Oh, what's this? Let's see. Can we watch that? Save. All right. Okay, here FEMA blasts misinformation about Hurricane Helene relief. Let's see what they say.
Governor Roy Cooper addressed the widespread rumors that FEMA is not present in some of the hardest hit areas of the state.
Okay. You know what's really funny about this? What have we been watching? They found one FEMA truck. That guy, what's his name? Glenn somebody. We just watched it.
Who are saying that are misinformed or intentionally providing misinformation. We have thousands of local, state, and federal officials who are working in North Carolina and who are making sure that people have what they need. There are some very isolated communities that
They're doing airdrops and working to find temporary ways to get to them.
Now, both Democratic and Republican local lawmakers are worried that all these rumors and all this misinformation around the recovery effort could lead to people in dire need not seeking help, including money that is there for them for food and basic essentials.
The biggest effect, I would say, is people that have been impacted are afraid to apply for our assistance. Assistance that then they can get a hotel room. They can get reimbursement.
Okay, this lady here, she's, okay, where was it? It was yesterday. She was saying her feelings were hurt because of what people were saying. Because it's true and the residents know because they're there.
Or some of the costs or damages to their home. If I can't get them to apply, I can't give them the money and the resources that they're eligible for. And we're hearing that people are afraid to apply for the assistance. So we need them to know. I've heard rumors that if you take our $750 and don't pay it back, we're going to take your home. Absolutely false.
There is help out there.
Okay. So each person is only getting $750, people. $750. What is that going to do to help these people? Nothing.
Just ask for it. Joining us now is News Nation's investigative correspondent, Rich McHugh, who's in Swannanoa, North Carolina, just outside Asheville. This is one of the hardest hit areas from Hurricane Helene. Rich, what's happening on the ground there? How's the recovery effort going? And do you see the federal government there?
Don't lie.
Well, I'll answer all of those questions and try and do it in order. I'm here at what I'm calling Central Command. It is a group of ex-military, local officials, police, sheriffs. If we pan over, you can see they've been moving 1 million goods, all volunteer, brought here, and then they've had helicopters coming in and out of this field all day long. I think I've witnessed about 70 different helicopter missions. And they take off into the ridge behind me, where the officials here describe it essentially as a war zone. Several of them took me up just briefly, just for a bird's eye view. And the house is just demolished. At one point, I saw a bus in a tree, if you believe that.
Oh my God.
I think it was like a FedEx bus. It's just things you can't really wrap your brain around. Now, all these men and women here are volunteer. I asked them point blank, a number of them here, about this federal response. This is Adam Smith, former Green Beret. He is the person who organized this whole operation. How would you characterize the federal response here? How has it been since the beginning?
Incompetent. If we're talking about broadly speaking. Limited to no personnel. Once they did get here, they put themselves in positions, obviously, to try and create connections or contact or rapport or whatever it might be. But in the process, there's not been dedicated assistance or support. I've not seen one FEMA individual come through this location. I've not seen one FEMA truck in this town.
Now, I also spoke with Aaron Switzer, retired Special Forces, about the same question. Take a listen.
These guys, again, are coming in trying to figure out what the problem is and who's in charge while we're solving the problems. People don't care what's going to happen 2 weeks from now when they're starving. They need food, they need water, they need warmth. They need somebody to give them a hug and say, we're here to help. What do you need? All right. They don't need a government official saying, we're going to fix this.
Guys, if you're hungry, now, this is the quietest this whole field has been today. It's literally been like a landing zone of helicopter after helicopter. Probably 70 helicopters took off. But there's approximately 100 people here right now. It's a 24-hour operation. So I'll take these guys' word for it when they say they haven't seen FEMA or federal officials here. I take these guys' word for it.
Right. I think one of them said they had seen them, that they are just not doing giving the help that they need, if I understood your sound bites correctly. But thank goodness for the local efforts of people pitching in and helping their neighbors. Rich McHugh reporting live from Swananoa.
Allá hay un joven que es re hermoso. O sea, tiene unos ojos.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. I wanted to see the update that's going on. Let's see what's going on in Florida. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. I'm looking. Go to Tampa Bay, because that's where it's supposed to hit, right? Okay. It is. It's sad. It makes me sad. Very, very sad, Marie. Thank you for being here. I don't know about you, but I guess I'm a softie. I'm crying on and off. I guess I'm just human.
So going into the current cone here, which we will have the latest updates at 11 o'clock tonight. So that's when we will have a new cone. But unfortunately, not really the changes that we want to see as far as placements. Now, remember, this wide area here, it could make landfall here, could make landfall down there. So you don't want to focus on the cone. But something we do like to see, a little bit of some weakening upon landfall with the current forecast. Looks like it could make landfall as a Category 3. Still a major hurricane, but we'll take Category 3 over Category 5. 125 mile per hour winds. That's still not trying to downplay this because those are still very powerful winds. But again, that's what we're looking at with the latest as of 8 o'clock. But again, we will have some updates around 11 p.m. And after that, it moves across the peninsula here towards the northeast. And then it is a Category 1 likely as it pops out on the other side of the east coast there and continues its journey onward. All right, so getting into the winds, this is one of the big players here, the wind speeds. When we can start feeling the impacts of those winds, the timing has shifted on this a little bit more. We're looking at Wednesday, early Wednesday morning for those winds to really start being felt across the coast here, and then moving on from there from Wednesday afternoon into Thursday. By the way, anticipated landfall is pushed back a little bit. That still could change, but we're looking at Thursday early in the morning. We're talking just after midnight Wednesday into Thursday with the current track. We could still have some wiggles and wobbles here, but the winds, yes, we are expecting the intense winds to start up Wednesday early and move into Thursday. Things are really going to start worsening Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. As far as the wind field, this orange circle here taking up a large portion of the peninsula, basically covering it, right? Those are very strong winds, hurricane force winds. And then on the outer side of that, pretty much the entire peninsula just dealing with tropical storm force winds, and that's extending into the Carolinas as well. And Milton will continue out to the east, but those winds are being felt across the peninsula, whereas other storms like Helene, we had it moving from south to north. This system is slicing right across the state. So that's why we keep emphasizing the winds will be an issue from coast to coast.
as we look at the wind shear, this is something we do want to focus on as well, because remember, shear is something that these storms, these tropical systems do not like. It messes up their structure, basically. So as we move into Wednesday, we are encountering more shear here, and that's one of the reasons why we're anticipating the storm to weaken from that Category 5 to Category 3 status. Again, still a major hurricane at that point, but it's some weakening that will take at this point, right? Moving forward into, as it makes landfall, again, it's encountering that shear, trying to tear it apart. One of the reasons, however, why we're seeing the shift in the track is due to a front that we have sinking down into our region. So depending on the timing of that front really depends on how fast or slow we start to see this push towards. You see how it kind of jumps and makes that northeasterly turn. And again, that has a lot to do with that front that's sinking in and that area low pressure that's just in the north of that. So again, it's really crucial to get these next 24, 48-hour forecast updates so you can see these little minor changes that we keep pointing out, because little minor changes make all the difference here. We've been telling you with this storm surge, it will have the greatest impact south of where the storm makes landfall. So the storm surge has been updated for Manatee, Sarasota, Pinellas, Hillsborough counties. Now we're looking at the possibility of 10 to 15 foot surge at that highest tide. So high tide times are important, and we're going to keep you updated on that as we move throughout Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday high tide times are pretty early in the morning from what I've seen, and unfortunately we're looking at Milton to make landfall around that time as well. So that's something that's not helping us out. Hopefully we can slow the storm down and get it closer to lower tide, but that is something we will update you with as we get closer in timing here. As far as the surge moving a little bit further up to the north for Pasco and Hernando counties, we have 5 to 10 foot surge anticipated. Again, the coastal areas feeling those impacts the most. You should have those evacuation orders already. Hopefully you're watching this from a safer place. You still have time to evacuate tomorrow morning. I know the roads have really been congested, and some of you have been writing in saying it's been taking me hours to get where I need to go, but that's okay. As long as you're in a safe location, you're obeying those evacuation orders, that's something we like to hear. Make sure you have the gas. A lot of those gas stations are trying to fill up and have everybody stocked up. Moving north of that, 3 to 5 foot storm surge moving from Citrus County onward, and then the Big Bend, which really could use a break as well. 1 to 3 foot storm surge anticipated. All right, going into these watches and warnings at this point, our entire viewing area is now under that hurricane warning. We had that upgrade come in for the 5 p.m. advisory, so we've been switched over to that, and that just basically means that we're 48 hours away from those hurricane force winds. Remember, it was a hurricane watch, but now it's been upgraded to a hurricane warning, and we are anticipating that landfall come late Wednesday into early Thursday, likely closer to the overnight hours, early Thursday morning. As far as anticipated rainfall, again, north of the center of the storm, so opposite of the storm surge here, we're just talking about rain coming from the system. We do have the higher threat of excessive rainfall for the areas north of where the storm is going to make center, as it's set at the center of its track, onto the shore, and then as it continues its journey out to the east there. So again, this also can change, but it's been pretty consistent where we're looking at Polk County, Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, and northward of that for the most rainfall that we're looking across our area. As far as rainfall totals, we could have anywhere from 5 to 10 inches, but some spots even higher than that, 15 inches of rainfall alone. And again, don't mix this up with the surge. The surge has to do with the winds, the tide, and when the storm is making landfall, how the water is pushing on shore. So we are going to keep you posted on that. 7-day forecast here. Yes, we're going to end with this because there is a little silver lining, if you will. We have much cooler, drier conditions. Look at that, 80-degree temperatures. We haven't had those in quite some time. Lower 80-degree temperatures. That's on the way, and that will help once we do begin the cleanup process. No matter how you look at it, we are going to have the impacts of wind. We are going to have the impacts of surge. The severity of that and the location of that, you have to stay tuned to make sure you're getting these up-to-date forecasts. But again, those evacuation orders, we hope that you got your show on the road got to your safe spot. If you have not, don't worry, you still have time to get out there, but we highly suggest you wrap everything up early tomorrow morning because there has been a lot of traffic and we want you out there as soon as possible. Evacuation orders set for all of our coastal areas, A, B, C in some spots. Make sure you check with your county so you can get that information as well. And of course, if you ever have any questions, we're here to help you. And we thank you for joining us on air and online. Talking about the very small but mighty Milton, a Category 5 storm. And when I say small diameter-wise, but this is a pretty healthy storm right now. The latest stats here, the wind speed 180 miles per hour, and the pressure did drop. The pressure is trying to make a run for record lowest. The lower the pressure, the stronger the storm, and it is making a run for that #1 spot, which Wilma beating that from 2005, 19 years ago. Wilma had a stronger pressure there, lower pressure, I should say. And as far as the location, it's just brushing against the Yucatan right now, and it's about 650 miles away from Tampa, southwest there. So let's get into the last 24 hours here and just see how this storm has rapidly intensified. So 24 hours ago, this is what we were looking at. Just the baby of Milton, Category 1 hurricane at that time. The pressure was 983, wind speed at 85. And then look at this, the winds doubled, the pressure got even lower, and then it made it up to the Category 5 status with no trouble. So going into the current cone here, which we will have the latest updates at 11 o'clock tonight. So that's when we will have a new cone. But unfortunately, not really the changes that we want to see as far as placement. Now, remember, this wide area here, it could make landfall here, could make landfall down there. So you don't want to focus on the cone. But something we do like to see, a little bit of some weakening upon landfall with the current forecast. Looks like it could make landfall as a Category 3. Still a major hurricane, but we'll take Category 3 over Category 5. 125 mile per hour winds. That's still not trying to downplay this because those are still very powerful winds. But again, that's what we're looking at with the latest as of 8 o'clock. But again, we will have some updates around 11 p.m. And after that, it moves across the peninsula here towards the northeast. And then it is a Category 1 likely as it pops out on the other side of the east coast there and continues its journey onward. All right, so getting into the winds, this is one of the big players here, the wind speeds. When we can start feeling the impacts of those winds, the timing has shifted on this a little bit more. We're looking at Wednesday, early Wednesday morning for those winds to really start being felt across the coast here, and then moving on from there from Wednesday afternoon into Thursday. By the way, anticipated landfall is pushed back a little bit. That still could change, but we're looking at Thursday early in the morning. We're talking just after midnight Wednesday into Thursday with the current track. We could still have some wiggles and wobbles here, but the winds, yes, we are expecting the intense winds to start up Wednesday early and move into Thursday. Things are really going to start worsening Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. As far as the wind field, this orange circle here taking up a large portion of the peninsula, basically covering it, right? Those are very strong winds, hurricane force winds. And then on the outer side of that, pretty much the entire peninsula just dealing with tropical storm force winds, and that's extending into the Carolinas as well. And Milton will continue out to the east, but those winds are being felt across the peninsula, whereas other storms like Helene, we had it moving from south to north. This system is slicing right across the state. So that's why we keep emphasizing the winds will be an issue from coast to coast. As we look at the wind shear, this is something we do want to focus on as well, because remember, shear is something that these storms, these tropical systems do not like. It messes up their structure, basically. So as we move into Wednesday, we are encountering more shear here, and that's one of the reasons why we're anticipating the storm to weaken from that Category 5 to Category 3 status. Again, still a major hurricane at that point, but it's some weakening that will take at this point, right? Moving forward into as it makes landfall, again, it's encountering that shear, trying to tear it apart. One of the reasons, however, why we're seeing the shift in the track is due to a front that we have sinking down into our region. So depending on the timing of that front really depends on how fast or slow we start to see this push towards. You see how it kind of jumps and makes that northeasterly turn And again, that has a lot to do with that front that's sinking in and that area low pressure that's just to the north of that. So again, it's really crucial to get these next 24, 48-hour forecast updates so you can see these little minor changes that we keep pointing out, because the little minor changes make all the difference here. We've been telling you with this storm surge, it will have the greatest impact south of where the storm makes landfall. So the storm surge has been updated for Manatee, Sarasota, Pinellas, Hillsborough counties. Now we're looking at the possibility of 10 to 15.
Okay, I see what's going on here. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'll keep giving updates of Asheville, and for Hurricane Milton. But this is very, very sad. I don't even know what to do or say, but try to bring awareness. I don't know what I can do. All right, you guys. Good night.